In a world where mighty animals and spectacular phenomena often monopolize all attention, there exists a realm so easily overlooked, the world of the tiny. But precisely here lie stories more powerful than any roar. Why do these creatures, barely larger than a hand, carry a legacy greater than their own shadow? Why have the smallest among them, over centuries, guarded secrets, shown courage, and won hearts? And what makes their quiet presence so captivating that it's impossible to forget them? If you want to discover this hidden greatness, then definitely stick around, because the gate to Top 1 is about to open. Top 1. Praski Krysarik, Prague Rattler. He appears like a barely audible step from a bygone era, a tiny guardian who moved through long halls with the grace of a small prince. Despite his diminutive size, he carries a history within him that weighs more heavily than any of his delicate paws. One senses in his gaze the hint of ancient traditions, the scent of stone floors that have seen countless secrets, and a quiet determination that made him far more than just a small companion. His body is light, almost whispering, yet his courage defies all logic. Every unfamiliar sound, every suspicious movement awakened his instinct, and he took on tasks that were often bigger than himself. His movements were swift, precise, alert, as if made for working in secret. People often carried him close to their hearts, not just as a loyal companion, but as a silent symbol of protection, wit, and loyalty. To this day, this small dog carries the same special blend of elegance, energy, and centuries-old pride, making him a living miniature full of history. Top 2. Chihuahua, Apple Head. He seems like a tiny spark fallen from another world, so small he can rest in one hand, yet so significant he carries entire stories in his gaze. The round head shape that gives him his name makes him appear like a mythical creature, as if guarding an ancient secret. His large, dark eyes seem to see more than the present allows, as if they hold memories from long-gone times. Before he became a modern symbol, he was considered a quiet companion with a role that extended far beyond the visible. He was seen as a spiritual guardian, a small protector who offers closeness and creates a deep emotional connection. Despite his delicate build, he possesses a surprising determination. His nature is lively, brave, watchful. Every one of his steps shows that inner strength is not measured in centimeters. He is a small being with a great presence, a miniature character full of sensibility and history, who proves that sometimes the smallest can be the most significant. Top 3. Russian Toy Terrier. He seems like a floating breath, a delicate dancer who moves so lightly that the ground barely feels his paws touch it. His slender body, fine legs, and large expressive eyes give him an elegance that seems almost unreal. In his gaze lies a quiet hint of past times, as if he has observed countless moments without ever being the center of attention himself. Originally, he was bred to be an ideal companion, not loud, not intrusive, but attentive, gentle, and always close to his human's heart. Yet, behind his delicate appearance lies a brave core. This small dog possesses a determination that contradicts his body. Every strange sound, every movement in his surroundings awakens his instinct, and he immediately shows that his vigilance is far greater than his stature. Despite his fragility, he radiates inner strength. He is loyal, sensitive, curious, and moves with a grace that almost resembles a small choreography. With him, the word miniature takes on a new meaning, because his character is anything but small. Tier Top 4. Affenpinscher. He looks like a little rascal who has jumped straight out of an old illustration, with an expression that is simultaneously cheeky, curious, and full of wit. His distinctive, almost goblin-like appearance immediately suggests that he is more than just a companion. He is a character. The shaggy mane, shining eyes, and determined stance make him a miniature figure who always seems ready to write his own little story. But behind this humorous exterior lies remarkable strength. Originally, he was a tireless worker, nimble, brave, and astonishingly skilled at taking on any task presented to him. His small body never stopped him from acting decisively, and his courage often extended further than that of many larger animals. This mix of charisma, tenacity, and intelligence quickly made him a dog valued not just for his looks, but for his presence. He is the little comedian who livens up any room, but at the same time remains a loyal, watchful companion. A dog that shows that humor and strength go wonderfully together, even in such a tiny body. Top 5. Brussels Griffon. He looks like a small philosopher whose gaze says more than words ever could express. His short muzzle, distinctive beard, and deep, penetrating eyes give him an almost human expressiveness. You get the feeling he can read the mood of a room before anyone even speaks. In his face lies a blend of gentle melancholy and quiet humor, as if he knows more about the world than he lets on. Originally, he was bred for tasks that required attention, skill, and courage, but his personality opened another door for him, that of hearts. His lively nature, coupled with astonishing sensitivity, made him a companion who isn't just present, but truly perceives. People quickly sensed that he wasn't just a small dog. He is a silent observer, a loyal confidant, sometimes even a little actor with a whole range of emotions. Having him in the house creates a special atmosphere. He brings warmth, expressiveness, and a subtle calmness, as if he were a tiny being with a grand old soul. Top 6. Bolognese. He appears like a small, white cloud fragment that has decided to come alive. His soft fur, calm demeanor, and delicate presence give him an almost poetic effect. When he sits quietly, he looks like a figure from an old painting, created to exude beauty and harmony without a single word. But anyone who meets him quickly senses that behind this gentleness lies a spirit full of attentiveness and fine sensitivity. The Bolognese has always been more than just a sweet companion. He was considered a symbol of tranquility and inner balance, a being that creates an atmosphere of warmth simply through his presence. He doesn't speak loudly, he doesn't demand anything, and precisely because of that, he touches so deeply. His way of quietly snuggling up or observing a person with gentle eyes acts like a silent promise of loyalty and understanding. Despite his delicacy, he possesses a watchful, clear intelligence. He reads moods, reacts sensitively, and always stays close to his human's heart. A small dog that shows true elegance resides in stillness. Top 7. Miniature Maltese. He seems like a tiny spark of light, delicate as a wispy cotton thread, yet full of history reflected in every one of his steps. His silky, bright fur and gentle movements make him appear as if he's walking to the rhythm of an invisible melody. Though he is so small, he possesses an astonishing inner strength, an attentiveness and sensitivity that make him an exceptional companion. His origins are closely linked to places where people sought peace, beauty, and subtle harmony. There, he was cherished not just as a pet, but as a living symbol of tenderness and grace. His nature is calm, empathetic, yet full of life. Anyone who spends time with him immediately feels his special aura, a warm gentleness that is almost meditative. This miniature Maltese doesn't just walk. He glides, observes, understands. He is a small, luminous core of peace, showing that the fragile is often the most precious, a tiny being that can touch an entire world with stillness and closeness. Small bodies, big stories. These 7 tiny dogs show us that true meaning isn't in size, but in the spirit, courage, and tenderness they carry in their lives. If you enjoyed this journey through the world of miniature dogs, then support the channel with a like and subscribe so you don't miss any more fascinating stories. Thank you for watching.